Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh, and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world as well. Lastly, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. When Emefiele was arrested, Sanusi has called more than 10 times for his release. Mohammed Kailani, the national coordinator of the Tinubu Shetima network, in the last election, Alhaji Mohammed Kailani has asked the president of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to probe the tenure of former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi. Mohammed Kailani stated this while addressing a press conference in Kaduna. Recall that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has suspended Sanusi Lamido Sanusi's successor, Godwin Emefiele, and the immediate past CBN governor has been arrested by the Department of State Services (DSS). Kailani said, and I quote, "When Emefiele was arrested, Sanusi has called more than 10 times for his release, and we do not know what fears he has that is running up and down. The fight against corruption in the CBN should be extended to the tenure of Sanusi Lamido." He said, and I quote, "Oil theft is not just about the military. It involves some traditional rulers and governors, and it started in 1983. They are very powerful, so Mr. President has to stand up, stand on his feet, and be ready to deal with anybody found sabotaging our source of revenue because we operate in an economy we depend on oil." The northern leader stated further, in 2016, former President Buhari brought anchor borrowers scheme to finance key farm produce, including rice, maize, and sorghum. In 2016, we were able to produce rice because the money and farm inputs disbursed then reached the genuine farmers. You all, what do you think about this? Please leave your opinions in the comment section. Do you think it's possible for Lamido Sanusi to have, some hidden secrets that it doesn't want to be exposed? That is why he has been calling for the release of Godwin Emefiele, or that is why he's been running elter skelter. I don't think it's impossible. It's not. It's very possible for Lamido Sanusi to have some secrets, which he knows that Emefiele will be aware of, since Emefiele took over from him. He knows that Emefiele would be aware, but he doesn't want those secrets exposed because in the process of questioning Godwin Emefiele, you never know what secrets can be revealed. You never know what, Emefiele might be willing to dish out to the authorities. That is why probably Sanusi has been, trying to secure the release of Emefiele. But at this point, it's looking as if the DSS are very determined. They are not trying to remove their teeth. They have grabbed him, like they have grabbed him fully, and they are not even trying to release him anytime soon at all. We know that a court have ruled that Godwin Emefiele should be allowed to see his family and should also be allowed access to his lawyers. But I don't think these DSS are ready to give him that yet, because they know that once he's out in public, he go disappear. They might not even see him. So they told the court that Godwin Emefiele is a flight risk, which means that he can abscond, he can run, and they might not be able to see him for any further questioning, and they might not be able to investigate as much as they would have wanted to if he ran out of a country. So they're just trying to keep him in their custody while the investigation and the questioning is still on. Why I also think that, it's not necessary. Once you have a suspect, it's not necessary to keep your suspect in custody before you can investigate. But that seems to be the system in Nigeria. Somebody can be a suspect, and the strategy can also be that, let's leave him, let's allow him to, you know, roam around. But he should also know that we are investigating him. But at the same time, they would want him to make a mistake, because while someone is free and he also knows that he's being investigated, he will be trying by all means to cover his tracks. And also, the authorities would also be watching him. So I feel that even leave after questioning, they should release him, and also, wait for him to make a mistake for them to get evidence. It's not really about questioning and questioning. They should also have their own evidence at hand, to be able to prove in court that he actually did it. It's not that at the end of the day he will be questioned and the only evidence they are going to have is just what he has told them, and that cannot even hold water in the court of law when they get there. That is why, the government lose most of these cases. you know Before I go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got from people online. Technical says, see who is probing who. Tinubu with so much skeleton in his closet to probe who. Emefiele acted on PMB instructions, which he, PMB, openly said instruct Emefiele to carry out his orders. Why not go and meet PMB? I also feel that in Nigeria, Nigerian authorities are used to going after the smaller dogs. They do not want to go after the big guns because they know that there are a lot of risks are involved. So instead, they go after the one that followed instruction. We saw what happened during Good Luck's regime with what's his name now? I've forgotten. The man who embezzled and squandered the looted Abacha funds that was returned back to Nigeria. The money was re-looted, and this man was, according to him, he said he was following instructions as well. They never went after Goodluck Jonathan, but they went after the one who was carrying out instruction. This time around as well, the government is not going after Buhari. They are going after the one who followed the instruction, who is Godwin Emefiele. Olusegun Adekoya says all CBN governors and deputies up to directors of operations in every department that are yet alive should be interrogated and probe their tenure. These mad people have ruined us. Go everywhere, see what they are doing with our stolen money. Is a sad state in Nigeria right now. Tony Adeniji says government knows what to do. If Sanusi hands had touched oil, he would be made to give account. Let us not overeat the polity. Lastly, Yusuf Ibrahim says, don't call this man a northern leader because no one knows him in the north. He is simply an opportunistic backstabber. If at all the story is true, because the source is not even trustworthy. At what occasion and where was the postulation made? After all, Emefiele was already on target before Bola Ahmed Tinubu's arrival. It was just a matter of time. Real northerner don't jump to the press anyhow. You all, let me have your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this? Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.